It's Madden NFL 22, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Dolphins and the football team on Thursday night primetime.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Washington football team. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
A first down throw coming for Vick. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Vick readies to throw. That'll be caught right side by Reed.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Nifty move, and he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd and 4. From the gun, Vick uses the stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. That throw by Vick incomplete. Vick with the incompletion on 1st down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Here's Vick. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. This is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Off the play fake, Vick. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Vick now. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Throwing, Vick. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the fourth quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this first quarter already, and now after that completion, they're set up first and goal.
From the 2, here's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Dolphins now getting set for their initial possession. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, and none other than Cam Newton.
And many people are having difficulty pegging exactly what they believe Cam Newton is at this point in his career. For me, when I see certain days and he's right, he can still be an accurate passer, can still get the ball downfield. And his running ability, especially inside the 10, still makes him a difficult quarterback to prepare for.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Now it's Newton. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now here's Vick. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so he just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Vick with the incompletion on 1st down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Riggins. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 42.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw, Vick. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Now following the interception, here's Newton. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Brings up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Newton. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Third and 2, Newton. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot. You're
exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Good one, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Washington offense back out there. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Vick now from the 50. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Vick to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
We got this.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Newton. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 44, Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now a first down throw for Newton. And going deep for Hill. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Operating from the gun, Vick. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Clark. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Vick got a man and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And I've seen that play a couple of times.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Vick operating on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Miami. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for Washington.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Newton. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He had no options downfield there and just chucked it out of bounds.
There was no one open. He was in the pocket. Where was the intentional grounding call?
Oh, you wanted the flag.
Of course I did. I'm a defensive guy. You know that. Where was the flag? The officials point out that someone was in the area. He got away with one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And going deep for Hill.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The throw on second down from Vick, incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Vick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Tressway now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Out of the gun, Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Newton now to throw. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on third down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off-play action. Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Newton. That one complete to Hill. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And Washington will have it on a turnover on downs. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Taking it in. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he
shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Now he's forced out right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Here's Newton. They're going deep for Hill. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. He's going to let it go again. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. A first down throw coming for Vick. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Vick. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
forced out to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now here's Vick. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. Left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd down now, Riggins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Riggins. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
So now here come the Dolphins. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's Newton. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now Newton. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be up suspended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Oh, what a catch by Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Again, Newton. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. One last throw here for Newton. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it